Is that what? Hey, back there. No, I can't. Let's make this official, ladies and gentlemen. Dallas, Jared Padalecki, and Mr. Jensen. Wow. But I believe your mom's here, right? Wow, Mom. It's the simple things, the little jokes.
Yeah. After all these years,
Those are the ones that stick. Sad to say. It's like cholesterol. Only one of them will kill you, and probably not cholesterol. Probably not. Yeah, one there's medication for, the other you just suffer through.
a buddy of mine sent me.
So we just yell out butt cream? Sure, why not? Yeah.
A buddy of mine actually sent me a GIF, GIF, whatever it's called.
Yeah. It's like a gift without the T. It's the gift that keeps on giving. Thank you. Wow. How many of you are fellow Texans? That just warmed my heart. And for those of you that are out of towners, bless y'all's heart.
Bless y'all's heart. It's great to be here, guys. I think this is I believe this is the last time we'll see you guys before season 12 airs, right?
Yeah. Before season 12 airs.
Fine, we don't have to show it. There'll be one more.
It's the last time we're going to see you in Dallas. I come here all the time. Yes, no, season 12 will be airing very soon. What are you doing? What? Right here. Say where? Right here. All over. I cover the whole great state.
Hi, appreciate you guys coming. A timeline question between times that Dean and Sam spent in the cage and hell and purgatory. Who's going to be older in season 12, Sam, Mary, or Dean? How does that
all? That's a great question. For those who didn't hear, she was saying like with Soulless Sam and Purgatory Dean, and obviously Mom's been dead for a long time. Who is actually older in season 12? Dean!
You may say older, I say wiser.
I say older.
Or better. There you go. I'll take that. Like a fine wine.
It's a great question, and it's a
like a fine cheese. Wine, milk.
The stuff with which humankind continues to exist, big whiner. Thank you. I see like a shadow. It's a Wendigo shadow.
Jared's hair routine in the morning.
Oh, do tell.
How long do you have?
I'll give you an example. Here's my hair routine in the morning. I'm in the makeup chair, he's in the hair chair. Done yet? Done yet?
Can't even hear me, the blow dryer.
So my hair routine when I'm Jared or when I'm Sam?
Either.
My hair routine when I'm Jared is...
You're looking at it.
You're looking at it. This is how...
His dedication to winter headgear is astonishing.
I like December. This is how I'm not able to do this for a lot of crowds, but this is how Jared feels comfortable being Jared. And if it's a sweaty mess. But if you want to meet Sam Winchester, sure, I'll take the beanie off. But if you want to meet Jared and you want to love Jared and you want Jared to love you back, I'm going to keep it freaking down.
There's a few people in here who was like, well, there goes me asking him to take his beanie off for the duo photo. That's...
Thank God, this is me, and I'm learning that I'm enough. Sam is a bit of a priss, and it takes about 20 minutes and like 3 different styles of, and also Jared.
So does that mean Sam isn't enough?
Sam is enough. Sam is happy with 20 minutes. Jared's not. Sam's cool with it.
Fair enough.
If you take 3 hours doing your hair, but that's how you love yourself, then take 3 hours doing your hair. I take 3 minutes. Thank you very much. And thank your friend. Cheers. Favorite silly pick-me-up song? Do you have one off the top of your head? I have a few.
Usually it's whatever the song that my daughter is making me listen to the most. Which kind of changes frequently, but whatever song that she asks me to dance to, which happens all the time. She's like, Daddy, play the song, let's dance. And I'll be like, this one? No, this is the old one, the new one. I'm like, I don't know what's the new song? No. So I have to, it constantly changes, but it's what it represents.
That's very sweet.
And this is why a driver picks the music.
Don't hate on Taylor Dane, dude. Don't hate on Taylor Dane. In all honesty, if I'm going to be silly, I think about when I was a kid. You know, oftentimes it's cheesy 80s music, but it's like a smell. You smell something sometimes and you feel like I'm on my way to kindergarten. For me, honestly,
Like a snack pack or something?
I'm gonna be late. No, but I think certain smells. Don't go there. Certain smells and certain silly songs remind me that the world is bigger than me. And I remember a time when I was carefree, right, and didn't have mortgages and kids who needed to learn lessons and a job. So more often than not, it is silly 80s music. Thanks, guys.
I watched Under the Red Hood for the first time this summer. And I watched it like 5 days in a row. It was amazing. And
So you saw Under the for the first time. That's, continue.
I just think it's amazing. I was just wondering, like, what are y'all's favorite comic books, and like, did you read any comic books to like prepare for that, or yeah?
My favorite graphic novel. 8 years ago, when there were only 4 of them, was called The Walking Dead. There were 4 of them, and I got them all.
Super fan. I was not in to comics when I was younger. I saved that for my adulthood. Because now I'm living in a comic, and it's awesome. I did go back and watch some of the previously made movies that they had done in that series, so it kind of got me into that headspace. And then, yeah, that was a really fun project. I was glad that they allowed me to be a part of it. So, thanks.
That's his favorite, most difficult.
I will say I've got several. I've got several. Yeah, several death scenes that come to mind. There's not many characters that can say that. I will say that the scene when Dean goes to hell with the hellhounds ripping his chest open, and then the aftermath of that in hanging in hell, which hooks and stuff. Okay, all right, you win too. That kind of has always been my go-to. However, I recently had one last year that is certainly near the top of the list, and that was when Dean decided to put himself in the veil because he thought his brother was dead. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen season 11. And in order to do so, I had to take a bunch of pills. Do you remember the scene? No? I'm kidding. So
What's great is that there actually were 2 different meanings of the yeses. Do you remember the scene? Yes! Collectively. No? Yes! The whole crowd just gave you we said yeah, dude.
So I actually had to eat all of those pills. What were they, you might ask? Prilosec OTC.
Our latest sponsor.
No, they were, what do they call them? The sugar pill. Placebos, yes. They were, the white ones were placebos, and then there were the big kind of gel capsule ones that were just empty gel capsules. But that didn't matter because I literally was taking handfuls of them and then downing them with a Pedialyte.
And then they call action, and you have to do it.
And I had to do it several times, and it was Nina, so, she was like, can you do it one more time? And I'm like, for you? Yes. And I kept having to do it, and it was like, I wanted to throw up so bad. And then they're like, okay, now you're dead, and you're on the ground, and you need to be foaming at the mouth. Well, that sounds wonderful. How are we going to achieve that? Well, we have these Alka-Seltzer tablets that we're just going to stick in your cheek and then give you a little bit of water, and then you just foam up in your mouth. Try that.
No.
No, try it. I need you to know what I'm going through. It sucked. Let's put it that way. It was not a fun time.
This basically reminds me of one time I found out later somebody put soy sauce in my coffee. It tastes awful. And I was like, I tried it and I was like, oh God, this is awful. Try this. And he was like, no.
You do that all the time, though. You do that all the time. You like, order a drink or like a dinner or something, and we'll be out. He'll try something like, oh, this is, hey, try this.
So Alka-Seltzer water, guys. Alka-Seltzer. That's funny. My favorite death scene is Red Meat as well. Sam's death scene from Red Meat, getting shot. I dreaded it, and then we shot it with Nina, who's back, just directed again. Yeah, I think that was my favorite. My least favorite, God. My least favorite was probably season 2 with all the kids who also were yellow like demon kids, and then I got stabbed by Aldous, and then I had to like play dead, lay on that bed that Dean is like talking to Sam, and Sam is dead, and it feels like, honest to God, I'd rather shoot a scene of me scaling Mount Everest than a scene of me holding my breath, because all you can do is think about like trying not to move.
I might be making this up, but I have a vague memory of that scene where you're dead on the bed, and I've got this like really heavy monologue, and I'm like, tears and getting emotional, and Jared's just doing everything that he can to look, to be still and not look. And this was early on when we were still, I guess we still are, rather immature. But do I remember a take where I was like right in the middle and I just hear a, oh. Because this was your face, I believe.
Guys, take it easy. The answer is, of course. It's, like I said, I was trying to hold my breath. When you hold your breath and you swallow a lot of oxygen,
sometimes it's gotta go out.
Yeah, it's got to pull up. There will be a few scenes where I'll look over at angles.
Yeah, no audible, no nothing. I'll just look over at him and he'll be doing this. It's less than that. It's far less than that, because you are actually trying. It is just this. And not smelling anything yet. Kind of dream of like, really? Code 7, everybody. Clear the set.
I like protein. Thank you. I hope that answers your question.
And then some.
Her face is like this.
So sorry to ask.
She's like, are they still talking to me?
Dean went through hell. It was obviously not run by Crowley at the time. And Sam has never really experienced a nicer form of hell. But I've wondered how Dean and Sam, or Jared and Jensen would do dealing with Crowley's hell, where it's just a very long line. Feeling that patience is not one of your virtues. And I just want to know, preference-wise, how long it would take before you just broke.
I would rather be running and fighting for my life than waiting in line. I mean it. And that's the worst part. We have days on set sometimes where we will shoot Red Meat, the first day of Red Meat, where Sam gets shot. There's a fight scene. He's fighting a werewolf. I'm fighting one. There's stunt guys, and there's gunshots, and there's blood. And then, after that 6 hours, then you go to the scene immediately afterwards where you're bandaging yourself, and you're untying the hostages, and you're grabbing a gun, and you're picking people up, and you film for 14 to 16 hours, which means, it's an hour to get there. It's an hour through hair, makeup, wardrobe. then you start filming. You have like an hour for lunch. So if you're filming for 16 hours, you're gone. You're door to door like 19 hours. And those days are difficult, but freaking awesome. The days where it's like, okay, you're gonna wait in your trailer for the next hour while we set up this and do that. Like, I feel like I'm pacing up and down my trailer, like put me to work. Like a racehorse or something waiting in the stables. It's like,
I'm such a thoroughbred.
You said it to everybody. Yeah, I'd rather have fighting Leviathans in Purgatory than waiting in line for anything having to do with Mark Shepard.
That being said, I know that there are many of you out there that share that sentiment of not liking to wait in line. And we know that sometimes days like this can get a little tedious with waiting in line, which is why we try to move so fast. So thank you for your patience with days like this. Thank you. And you guys are Hang on, serious question.
Sorry. So, in comparison to when you started on Supernatural, how would you say that the years you've been on the show, plus projects you've done in between, have influenced yourself as an actor?
Well, I think just in the length of time that we've been on the show, it undoubtedly has changed our lives. Not just as a professional, but as an individual. You know, we are not completely, but we are very different people than we were when we started on the show 12 years ago. That being said, we've grown both in our personal lives, and we've grown both as actors and as performers. And I think that it's you know, we're always learning. I think one of the great things, or one of the compliments that I will give him that I try to emulate in my life as well, is that we always try to stay available for those nuances that reveal themselves if you allow them to within a scene. And so with that comes knowledge, and you know, I always say to people who are interested in becoming an actor, I always say either if you have the opportunity to get on a set, be a sponge. Absorb as much knowledge and take in as much of that industry and of that craft that you possibly can, because you know, if you're not letting yourself do that, then you're not learning. And I think that he and I both have continued to learn throughout the years, and it's certainly made us better at what we do on screen, and I also think it's made us better at what we do off screen.
I have learned, I agree with Apples. B, well, start fresh. I've learned a few things. I've learned to love the gray, and that sounds strange, but I think and I think it's true with a lot of kids. In order to teach a lesson or to learn a lesson, oftentimes you have to think of things in black and white, proverbially black and white. You know, this is wrong, this is right, this is good, this is bad. I've been blessed enough, and maybe it's just age, maybe at 35, I would have learned it no matter where I was. But I think because I've been where I am, I've met a lot of people who, if you met me 20 years ago, and I found out somebody had done something, or thought something, or voted for something, or voted against something, I'd be like, oh, well, they're probably assholes, or something. And then I met them and be like, my God, they're not at all. They're just, we're not the exact same person. No one in this room is the exact same person. And I'm grateful that I got to learn that amongst friends who forgave me. And the second thing I've learned that I really do attribute to being forced, not being forced, I really do attribute to having a responsibility to do 184 days of work a year on set. If you're tired, if you are sick, if you have pneumonia or the flu or a broken wrist. I mean, I shot for like 3 weeks with a broken hand before I could get surgery because we couldn't write it in for a couple episodes. I've learned that you're a lot stronger than you think you are. And I try to tell that to people who meet me and go like, thank you, you helped me do this, I just look at them frankly and say like, I didn't do it, you did it. I was here, but I was far away. That was your strength. Like, thank you for thanking me, but it wasn't me. That was your strength. You found that somehow or another. So I think if you hashtag always keep fighting, then you will hashtag figure out what you're fighting for someday. Thank you.
Clearly, nobody in this room ever wants Supernatural to end.
Does anybody want Supernatural to end? Ever? Does anybody? Be honest. You will not be.
Somebody does right there. Right there. Stand up. Come up stage. I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Sit down. You'll die.
Get her! Get her!
Once that terrible day does come, what kind of...
Whoa!
If.
If it comes.
Stay safe with if.
What kind of projects or roles would you guys like to work on?
Retirement. Not kidding.
The role of father and husband. And son. And brother. And friend. And then Batman.
When I lay my head on the pillow and think of great things to move me to sleep, I don't think of a movie career or another TV show. I think of being I think of going back and just being a dude from Texas. I think you're not going to see a whole lot of me after the show ends. It's going to be my choice. It's going to be awesome. I'm not going to be gone, but I'm going to be happy. And
Dallas, we really love you here. Jensen.
Yes.
We know you like directing. If you could work on any kind of directing project, what would your passion project be?
Any kind of directing project?
Movie or TV, what would you really want to do?
direct me, not
Work with real actors.
That's what I said.
I don't know. You know, it probably goes in line with the same thing I say if somebody asks kind of what she was asking, like what other projects would you want to be an actor? And it really kind of boils down to, you know, story, character, whether those are things that speak to me, whether that story is something that I feel passionate about telling, whether that character is something I feel passionate about playing. But I would almost say more importantly, the people that are involved with that project. That's really important to me. I think that it's been a testament to the success of this show because of the people that are not only writing it, not only producing it, not only editing it, not only crewing it, not only performing in it, not only directing it, but also the people that support it. And for me to get really passionate about something, I really want to know that I'm going into an environment that is healthy and inspiring, and people that I respect and that respect me. You know, I think everybody would love to have a working environment like that. And if I can find that, and then the story and characters is great, especially if I'm directing. I think surrounding yourself with the right team is crucial. There are great directors that have made really crappy films. and it may not have been their fault. So, you know, I don't have necessarily a story in mind right now that I'm dying to direct. That's not true, I have two. But I'm not going to share them because I don't want to, you know, I'm not a superstitious guy, but there are some things that I tend to lean towards that, and that's one of them. So maybe one day I'll get to do something like that. But as of right now, I enjoy working with people that that respect what they do and also respect what I do. And luckily, I'm in a place that does exactly that. So, thanks.
And I was just wondering, since y'all travel around a lot and y'all are born and raised in Texas too, what do y'all take from Texas with you when you go around?
Water. I take my Texas license, my Texas phone number. I try to take my Texas values, I guess. Yeah, there you go. And there are good people and bad people everywhere, but I think I was raised in such a way and surrounded by people that really stress the importance of we're all humans doing our best, breathing oxygen. No one's better than anybody else. No one's bigger than, strong. We're all just here. You know, we all have our struggles. We all have our strengths. And so when I'm in Canada or California or New York or Georgia or Florida, not that that doesn't exist there. And one of the wonderful things is when I bring my Texan values to a place like that, I get to meet a lot of other people who share the same values. So that's what I try to take with me. It's intangible, but that's who I try to be.
I agree. I think values is certainly something that I know both of our parents really really did well in instilling in us. You know, one of the main things that comes to mind is inclusion. I don't like to exclude people. I don't think anybody likes to be excluded. And I always try to, you know, my mother is a poster child for inclusion. She'll never turn anybody away. Unfortunately, that's now transitioned to cats. So that's we're working on that. But you know, I think that's you treat people the way you want to be treated, and I think that's just a valuable a lesson that everybody needs to really understand. And so I think that there are certain values that I was raised being a foundation of who I am. That's one of them, but certainly most of them I attribute to being born and raised in this part of the country.
Not to say that the other part of the country can't have that, but you don't.
I just happen to learn it here, so I'm proud of that. Thanks.
Thanks, Tom.
So what would Sam and
Oh, the Misha guys?
I don't think I have talked to him.
We're just trying to figure out who that is real quick. He's the one that talks weird, right? Where's the raincoat when it's not raining outside?
Hey, the chick.
That was it?
Yeah, good skin.
We'll figure it out later. Yeah, 8th anniversary.
what would Sam and Dean do to throw him a birthday party?
Hit him in the face with a pie? So you mean 8 years ago today?
You're saying how would the brothers celebrate Cass's birthday?
Yeah, like if they were to throw him a birthday party, how would that go down?
Well, it would be really interesting because Dean really enjoys watching Cass squirm at a strip club. But Dean would be happy.
I guess Sam would tag along. Do his thing. So his character is 8 today?
Yeah, like this coming year is the 8th season, and casting on Supernatural, so it's like his 8th birthday, even though he's like hundreds of years old. It's messed up. Yeah, it's his anniversary of being on the show, so.
I raised you from right here.
Yeah, so it would be a cake with just a hand coming out of it.
And it would say perdition.
Yes. And it would say happy 8th anniversary. And then we would have pizza and beer. And it would be an angel food cake. And then we would binge watch. What would we binge watch that night? Yeah, Angels in the Outfield. We would just watch that on the roof. It's a solid movie. I mean, it really, it doesn't get the credit that it is anyway. Thanks for that.
I know everybody loves when you take the IDs out, like this. I'm actually a federal agent.
Come here, prove it.
What department? Prison. I've heard what goes on there.
So, Agent D. Lovato, T. Swift, Agent K. Perry. Really? I didn't do it. Hey, I'm telling you what. Look at this guy.
So,
Thank you for giving us.
what is your question?
I was gonna see if y'all could actually pretend you're doing it. So,
You did it. Well,
But how often do you have to flash a badge?
every day.
Every day.
To who?
To the people that are in prison. Hey, you just gotta go to work, man. They're just like, hey, welcome to prison. Once you see 12. It's movie night. Popcorn and movies on the yard at 7. Really?
Yes.
I've never been to prison, I swear.
I can't take him anywhere.
Thank you. It's funny, we talked about not doing that several times.
I forgot.
Maybe next time we can just put like a pad here. A jar pad. Yes. Bobby or John?
Charlie.
These are options.
I'm doing the eyebrow. I see your eyebrow. Do one at a time. You're smelling toast, aren't you? For sure.
I hurt my head.
Yeah. Hurt your face too. Does your face hurt after that? 'Cause it's killing me.
Thank you. I'm not going to answer that question.
Drink some water.
Make it good.
I just spilled it.
Yeah, that's vodka.
Drink a little bit more water.
She's like, can it be vodka?
Hey guys,
Take care of that.
we will. Welcome, member.
What is your name?
Member Lauren.
Lauren. Okay, well, welcome home.
You are our last question.
Clearly.
Wow, thank you for identifying that.
I'm not real sure what's happening, but okay.
So you will be on stage asking a question.
Apparently.
Right now, in fact. As soon as you think about a question, you will be on. So carry on whenever. Would you like some water?
Vodka.
Vodka, you can really want whiskey.
That got strangely phallic.
You notice who won, just saying.
There was one not willing to participate.
So I've always found it really, really interesting that, you were the original Dean, right?
That's right, that's what he said.
On a different show
Many moons
about
ago,
girls crying in a coffee shop. Right? Was it a coffee shop or I don't know. I don't know what
Coffee shop.
I wasn't the target demographic. None of us were, but that's okay.
So I also remember that many moons ago, you were on a little show called Days of Our Lives.
He was on what?
Where I also had another sister named Sam.
Right. So
Right.
you had a twin.
Right.
Her name was Sammy. So and you worked with Jim. Right? So, did you guys feel like when you got to this show, and you were Dean, and you were Sammy, that
I'm following.
that was kind of kismet? That it was sort of meant to be feeling? Or was it just like a weird coincidence?
Well, I mean, I didn't really have to change much because I was still used to looking at somebody with long hair and calling her Sammy. So, yeah. Call it kismet, call it whatever you want, but that's it was pretty easy for me.
There certainly was a learning process where they didn't know our names just yet, Jared and Jensen, so they'd call us by our character names, be like, all right, Dean over there, and he and I would go start walking through the bar. Damn it! Yeah, and I mean, if he needs to be the short Dean, he can be the short Dean, that's all right.
And if he needs to be the tall Samantha, he can be the tall Samantha.
Should I move?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
We're so grateful for you guys. We're so effing happy to be back in Texas. Love y'all. Hope you had a good time. We'll see y'all soon.
Ladies and gentlemen,